Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a reaction to the trailer for the movie Candyman. So essentially this movie is a sequel to the 1992 movie of the same name, a movie which I unfortunately have not seen. Pretty much the only thing that I know about Candyman is kind of like the urban legend. If you are standing in a bathroom or you're looking into a mirror and you say Candyman 5 times and he shows up and he kills you. So that's all I know. I'm not even sure if this came from the movie or was before the movie. Clearly, before I get into this trailer, I need to do some research. The short Wikipedia summary says this. The film follows a graduate student in Chicago completing a thesis on urban legends, which leads her to the legend of Candyman, the ghost of an artist and son of a slave who was murdered in the late 19th century. This 1992 film was adapted from a short story called The Forbidden, which was written by Clive Baker. This short story was found in volume 6 of a book called Books of Blood, which isn't creepy at all. The synopsis for The Forbidden is kind of that same synopsis of the 1992 story. As I understand it, the original movie did kind of add its own elements to the story that weren't originally in the short story. For example, now this is according to Wikipedia, y'all, the whole backstory about Candyman being the son of a slave who had an affair with a white woman and was thus killed, apparently that was added for the movie and was not written in the original story at all. Some things that were in the short story that did get carried over to the movie were things like the hook being the Candyman's weapon of choice and the element of bees, which, even though I haven't seen the movie all the way through, like, that was kind of the most striking image that I can remember the most from the movie is the Candyman with like the bees all over his face. Like, that was the most that I remembered and still haunts me to this day. I am really excited about this movie because it was produced by Jordan Peele, who is behind Get Out and Us, really great horror movies. It stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen. I probably said his name wrong. I am starting to become a fan of his. The most recent thing I watched him in was Watchmen on HBO, where he played Dr. Manhattan. I'm really excited to see how he does in this genre and in this film. I have already watched the trailer once. I just really couldn't help it, but I'm gonna watch it again and we'll see how it goes. So here we go.
Candyman. The urban legend is, if you say his name 5 times while looking in the mirror, he appears in the reflection and kills you.
Who would do that?
Candyman. 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 Candyman.
Well, we're still alive.
Girl.
Let's go.
Trina, you broke the door. This isn't funny!
I feel really connected to this neighborhood. Cabrini Green was the projects. I just moved in around the corner.
The old candy factory.
I'm an artist.
You looking for Candyman? He's the monster that's part of this neighborhood.
Why are you drawn to this?
I'm hoping to spread the story all about Candyman. The mirror invites you to summon him. You should say his name. I dare you.
Candyman.
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 Don't say that.
Candyman.
I think I made a mistake. I brought him back.
Candyman isn't real!
Something's happening to me.
He had a purpose for you to be another one of his terrible stories.
I guess he found me. I am the writing on the wall. The sweet smell of blood. The live victim.
This isn't real. It's not real.
Candyman.
Woo, that was a lot. Like I said, I've already seen this trailer once before. Just like now, even the first time around, I kind of felt like this trailer, it looks great, but I feel like it gave a lot of the story away. I looked up the synopsis for this movie on, again, Wikipedia, my go-to choice, and it says that this story is a sequel to the first movie, and it follows a desperate artist who discovers the story of Candyman, which he initially uses as an inspiration for his paintings, which we see in the trailer. There's the art gallery and all that stuff. But he unfortunately begins to lose his sanity and unleashes a wave of violence, death, and misery, leading him to face his destiny. Just like right there in the summary, and just like kind of how we saw in the trailer, I feel like we already know what's gonna happen. The main character somehow becomes Candyman himself. I feel like that's the whole movie. So I guess it'll be interesting to see where the story goes. I know because Twitter told me that actors from the original movie will be reprising their roles in this movie. So, for example, we saw a woman named Vanessa Williams. She was in the first movie. She's the one that I recognize. Apologize if I don't recognize anybody else who was in the first movie, which I haven't seen. So, yeah, it definitely looks like it's gonna have, a lot of jump scares, a lot of scary moments, but this trailer just really has me, I just feel like I already know what the end result is going to be. I think the story is definitely appealing, somebody taking up the mantle and kind of becoming the new version of Candyman. So I feel like that's an interesting take on the story. One thing I did like about this trailer, and everybody has been talking about it on Twitter, is how they used the Destiny's Child song "Say My Name" and basically like flip it and reverse it and turn it into this like creepy, haunting um music that they use in this trailer, which I found really interesting. The same element was used for the Us trailer, so I feel like that was a really cool element of the trailer itself. I have high expectations for this movie because, like I said, Jordan Peele's behind it. The cast looks great. So, you know, this doesn't the trailer doesn't turn me off from wanting to see it. I actually really do want to see it. Let's talk about the scene you have to see. So obviously, since this movie is like a thriller or horror movie, there's going to be a lot of killing, and that's evident based off this trailer. The bathroom scene with the girls standing in the mirror saying Candyman 5 times, waiting for him to appear, looks like it's going to be a pretty crazy moment. There was one scene that's sticking out in my mind where we see like a little boy peeking into like a bathroom that's covered with blood. So that looks like it could be pretty frightening. The scene that I am most looking forward to seeing, I would have to say, is going to be this scene that looks like it's happening in the art gallery. It's this couple. There's like neon lights happening. The Candyman is walking past projection screens. I just feel like it's going to be a cool scene visually. From the looks of it, and especially there's this one moment where it looks like the guy is running away and he makes it to the door and is immediately dragged back, and if you look closely you can see that nothing's necessarily holding him, but there's this one instance of where if you look in like the reflection of the glass, you can see the silhouette of the Candyman pulling him, which honestly, it took me a couple of watches to even see that. So I feel like that's going to be a really cool scene to see. That is my scene we have to see. What do you guys think of this trailer? Have you seen the original Candyman? What scene based off of this trailer are you looking forward to seeing the most? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram. That is where you'll find updates on videos, and I post all kinds of other content there. So be sure to check that out, and I will see you next time. Bye!